Hi, and welcome into tonight's action. We've got a great game for you tonight, folks. Tonight we have the Circle Thunderbirds taking on the Wellington Crusaders. This is the CHS Sports Broadcasting coming at you. I'm Carson Moser. And welcome.
We'll get you started here tonight with tonight's starting lineups. For the Circle High School Thunderbirds, we have number 3, Eli Jacobson, number 10, Drew Middleton, number 22, Jake Schultz, number 23, Luke Hooker, and number 32, Matt Roman. For Wellington, we have number 1, Austin Souls, number 5, number 20, Tanner Meyer, number 23, Katie Fairbanks, and number 32, John Long. Katie started off here with the test in just a minute.
Jacobson coming off a 9-point showing last game against McPherson on Tuesday. T-Birds ended up losing that one 53-69. T-Birds really struggled last game to stop McPherson's inside presence. The lack of a big man really showed, not only on the off the glass with the rebounding, but the T-Birds were killed inside by their big man. T-Birds this year, a record of 4-8. The Crusaders, a record of 3-8. So, two teams kind of in the middle of the pack, I would say, in the league. That drive there from Hooper, really looking to make something happen. Really, they kind of struggled in the playmaking end of things the other night against McPherson, so it's good to see that.
See this man-to-man defense is easy. They really getting his momentum here. He's doing that chance right there. Now go free outside by Stoll. He misses that, but he gets his one rebound. Good passes him right into the bag. Now with the baseball on the board. That pass Roman for three. That is a deep three, 5 feet outside the line, and he knocks that down. That's his first of the night. We'll see if we can get him going.
Important to add, last time these two teams matched up, Romick finished with a school record 9 3-pointers made. And I'm sure the Crusaders who were on the team last year have not forgotten. Look for Romick to be closely guarded by the Crusaders this evening, but the T-Birds got to still look to get him involved in the action.
A lot of players come in this game and watch the film of the Crusaders, and they know that their weaknesses and defense have struggled to find it because they zones and man-to-man, and there's nothing that's really working for them. So they're coming out man-to-man tonight. As their zone defenses have been really easy for teams to drive on and get a lot of points inside. Thunderbirds, as we know, as we can tell, Wellington and Jacobson. And there's a lot of people on the
By Tyler Brown right there. T-Bird Michael Wilhite checks into the game. And also Gunnar Hudson.
Middleton's going to the line to shoot two. Thunderbirds are up 11-10 with a minute 40 left here in the first. Middleton's first free throw falls through. Thunderbirds. Also returning for the Thunderbirds, Matt Roman. Replacing Eli Jacobson. Middleton at the line with one remaining shot. Thunderbirds has a lot of guys scoring right now. They're going to shoot threes. Can really knock them down. Middleton's second free throw falls through.
The T-Birds in a lot of ways really rely on that outside shooting since they lack that presence inside. So when they're not hitting threes, it's not usually going to be a good game for them.
High off the glass, and he gets that to fall. That was a good shot right there.
Wild shot there from Duke.
All luck, but it fell through, and the points don't really win the carry. Meyer outside for three, and he knocks that down. Crusaders are 3 for 6 on the night from three. Two of those threes coming from Tyler Brown. Now that third three coming from Meyer. Thunderbirds Crusaders tied it up with the biggest single back shot right there. Middleton can't find anything down low, just drops it back over to Hudson, but misses that point-blank shot. Crusaders will almost certainly move the ball in the remaining 30 seconds of the quarter to get a lead going into the break here. That's Jack Wright holding the ball out top. This is where I say we need to switch shot clock on high school basketball, but
The conversation we used to have last game. We understand why they don't have a shot clock, but at the same time, there's so many reasons why there should be one.
that shot blocked by Gunnar Hudson. Ball will come back to the Crusaders. 3.4 seconds left. We have Schultz subbing in for Luke Booker. Ball gets in down low, shot put up and blocked again by Schultz. Those are two big defensive plays by the Thunderbirds to close out this first quarter. We will be back in a minute.
That Thunderbird defense is looking pretty solid inside here at the start of the quarter. Granted, the Crusaders are much smaller than most of the teams they've played so far this season.
Yeah, and even if they can get an outside game going, it would be really good for them to get something going down low too. They have a lot of young players that they can look to put in. Max Mulholland, Brendan Galloway, Sam they can all put some points up down low. We've seen each of them have points or games where they put up multiple shots and made quite a few of them.
I think if you're Coach Arena, you have to be happy with the way this game started. The score is tied, but I really think the T-Birds played a good quarter, especially offensively. Maybe can step it up a little on the defensive end, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, they've given up some open three-point shots, but there are some of them, they're just good shots being knocked down by the Crusaders. That 3-2 zone, I mean, sometimes I kind of question it, but at least against a small team like this, it's not really killing them too much inside, so they just got to make sure they keep the pressure on them outside and trust the big guys down low.
I think the zone defense is really best when there's not a big man to really open up things for the other team. So the T-Bird zone defense, which they play essentially all the time, should be pretty effective this game.
Starting the second quarter off here. Score 15-15. Romick drops that down low to Hudson, but it looked to be some sort of miscommunication there. That'll be Crusader ball off the errant pass. If you were out there and you can hear us better, let us know if not we were That is a loose ball on the floor. That is a jump ball. Possession arrow is not up on the board. It looks like it will go to the Crusaders.
Good hustle there from my good friend Michael Wilhite, though.
That's good to see. I like to see a lot of good old boys diving on the floor for some loose balls. Ripped down out of there by Caden Fairbanks. That was a big offensive rebound. It wasn't in that three-point shot, but it is no good. That rebound goes to Schultz. I believe that's his third of the evening. Romick puts up that three, and that is hard off the back iron.
Even though that's a missed shot, you like to see it if you're a T-Bird fan. We know Romick can get hot at any moment.
Rebound to Schultz. Romick bringing it up the court. Now it's outside to Hudson, who drives baseline. There's nothing there. Thunderbirds swinging the ball around the horn, aren't finding any gaps. That's Jacobson with the long two hard off the backboard. Hudson with the offensive rebound, but the putback is no good. 2 minutes here into the second quarter, still tied up 15-15. Thunderbirds surely looking to get some points on the board. That's fast break. Wilhite with the ball. He takes a long 2 steps there and gets that lay-in to go.
That speed from Micah Wilhite really put it on display right there. Micah holds the 40-yard dash school record currently, so that's good to see.
Schultz initiates that steal. Jacobson comes up with the ball. Ball through again on the fast break to Wilhite, who gets another lay-in to go. Those are 4 fast break points right there.
That speed put on display.
Crusaders forced to call a timeout right there. That is good to see.
you know you've got them on their heels when they're calling a timeout after only 4 points. We'll be back in a minute after this timeout. And we're back here with 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Circle Thunderbirds 19, Wellington Crusaders 15. Crusader ball here on this end of the court. That steal now by Middleton. Thunderbirds have come up with quite a few steals here. That fast break, though, is knocked down by Tanner Meyer. That was a big defensive play to prevent the Thunderbirds from getting up by 6 here fast. That attempt right there with almost a hopping Euro step blocked by Schultz. Bucher now with the drive, and that ball rattles in and out with the rebound going to Meyer.
I really like to see the T-Birds getting out in transition here. I really think that's one of their biggest strengths is the speed of this team. Since they are small, and they have a lot of guys that can really get up and go and push the ball.
That ball almost stolen again by the Thunderbirds. They are really forcing some errors from this Crusader basketball team, as we have Berkeley Wright and Zane Cornejo coming in for Austin Souls and Cade Fairbanks of the Crusaders. Got this ball coming in on the baseline. Meyer faking the shot, instead drives and gets the floater to drop after about 5 bounces on the rim. Romick almost has the open three. You can see the Crusader fans, they're getting worried about Romick popping that shot. As the Thunderbirds pull the ball back out and look to run their offense. That foul is called there on the Crusaders, number 34, Berkeley Wright. Jacobson will be going to the line for 2.
Just the T-Birds' 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
And only 2 fouls so far in this game. 2 on the Crusaders and no fouls so far yet called on the Thunderbirds. This is a point where I almost as a coach would say be very aggressive when they're just out there dribbling the ball around, because you aren't going to give up any free throws. All you're going to get is a pass in from the sideline or possibly a fast break if you get lucky with the stolen ball. Jacobson missed that second free throw. Thunderbirds are still up 3 points, 20-17 with 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. That is Tyler Brown for 3. He knocks down that 3. That is his 3rd 3 of the evening. He is 3 for 4 from downtown. And so far he is Wellington's leading scorer with 9 points, excuse me. That is Bucher who gets the 2 to fall now. That long range 2 is not something you will see commonly from him. Usually he's popping them from outside or driving into the lane, but he got that one to fall.
6 points now for Bucher on.
That's Meyer now for 3, and he knocks that down. That puts the Crusaders up by 1 on the Thunderbirds. Score of 23-22. Thunderbirds certainly don't want to lose a lead going into halftime here. They're looking to make something up. Bucher now trying to make something out of nothing. Puts up a shot. Would almost call that shot selection questionable, but we have a foul call on number 20.
You can't love that. You can't love that shot if you're coaching it right there.
You really can't. You just really don't want to see players rushing towards the basket when there's nothing there, when they could just pull the ball out and run their offense. You know, first of all, for the stats, I hope if they just let their offense run, it can help a lot. And now we've got Romick trapped in the corner here, but he's got that out to Jacobson. Now around to Bucher, who pops the three, and he misses that, but that's another offensive rebound by the Thunderbirds. Romick on the rare drive. And that goes hard off the bottom of the rim, but now we've got a foul called on number 14 of the Crusaders. That's Zane Cornejo. Romick will go to the line for two. That'll be the Thunderbirds' 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Looking to put the Thunderbirds up by one. He drills the first one. Now we're tied up at 23 with 2:38 left here in the second quarter. That is the 4th foul on the Crusaders. Now we have Luke Myers coming out for Jake Schultz. Will Height sitting on the sideline looking to come in, but they aren't letting him in at this juncture. Romick's second free throw bounces out. Still tied up here at 23 with 2.5 left in the second. Jacobson, the call that was expected there was a foul on Jacobson, but they get Jack Wright called with the travel right there. So it'll be Thunderbirds ball coming in off the sideline. There really has been no play inside, or at least post play. There's been a lot of drives going in, getting a bunch of short jumpers, but it'd be good to see them get Schultz or anybody going down low.
Majority of the Crusader points have been coming from outside the three-point line tonight.
And now we have an offensive foul on Micah Wilhite. I don't know what he did to get that foul called, but it's Crusader ball now. This would be a big win for the Crusaders here. Really has struggled this season. Barely beating some teams that the Thunderbirds have really blown out. So whether you say it's the Thunderbirds not playing very well here in this first half or the Crusaders are just stepping it up on the defensive end, this is a closer game than you would think it would be on paper.
I really think both teams are playing decently well, to be honest.
Yeah, there haven't been very many missed shots that really should have been clearly made.
Haven't seen too many turnovers.
That ball tapped out of bounds by the Crusaders there. That's Middleton with the ball out top. We know he has the ability to drive. That's Schultz now with the turnaround jumper, and he gets that one to go.
Schultz now with 4 points.
That's good to see. Minute 14 left here in this first half. Thunderbirds up 25 to the Crusaders 23. That was Wright looking to take the three outside, but now we've got a foul called on number 3, Eli Jacobson. That is his first of the game and the third on the Thunderbirds this half. Is Jack Wright at the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots, looking to tie it up. His first shot bounces out. So the best Crusaders can do at this point is to pull it within 1 point. Now we have Cade Fairbanks coming in for Zane Cornejo. And we have Romick coming in for Middleton on the Thunderbirds side. Second free throw is up and it rattles home. T-Birds looking to come fast in transition, or relatively fast. It's interesting, there just aren't very many teams that see play with an offense completely outside the three-point line as Bucher pops that three, and that is poorly missed. But now we've got Romick deep for 3, and that is off the mark as well. Ball tipped around for a while, but that rebound goes to Fairbanks of the Crusaders. Crusaders again looking to hold the ball for the final possession of the half.
On the T-Birds, I'm up in their face right now.
Especially with only 3 fouls, you aren't in the bonus. Nobody's in foul trouble. I believe all 3 of those fouls are from 3 different players.
There's no reason for it.
This is the reason that people leave the high school basketball.
Facts, no cap.
Finally looking to make something happen here with 8 seconds left. That shot is put up and missed. Rebound to the Thunderbirds, but then Meyer gets that ball back. His shot is no good. And that is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Thunderbirds finished the half up by 1, 25 to the Crusaders 24. We will be back with you in about 10 minutes. And we're back with CHSSB's second half coverage of this high school basketball matchup between the Circle High School Thunderbirds and the Wellington High School Crusaders. Looks like both teams will be coming out with the same starting five as they started the game with. Thunderbirds will be starting off with the ball and a 1-point lead. They're up 25-24 on the Crusaders. Crusaders finished the first half. Their scoring was not really spread at all. That long two is up and missed, but rebounded by Jacobson, who passes it out of bounds. Crusaders only with 3 players scoring. Tyler Brown finishing the half with 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting from 3. Tanner Meyer finishing the half with 14 points, 3 3-point shots, and then 4 inside the arc. And then Jack Wright with a single free throw. So really only 2 players making up all the scoring for that team. That has to be something you're focusing on in the locker room with your players if you're a coach like Bo Harina.
Luke Booker leads the T-Birds with 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting here.
Drew with that acrobatic layup, and he'll be going to the line for one more. Puts the Thunderbirds up 27-24 with 7:18 left here in the third quarter.
That's 4 points now for Drew Middleton.
And that's his 5th right there as he drains that free throw.
Really like to see the T-Birds involve Middleton more. He's a great playmaker on offense if he can just get in a rhythm.
Yes, and that's good to see those Thunderbirds getting those first points inside. Hopefully they can look to do that as they continue throughout this game. That 3-point shot from Austin Souls off the mark. Thunderbirds coming fast in transition. Schultz with the pump fake and the lay-in. That is good. Those are 2 for him, and that is a fast timeout from the Crusaders.
Middleton threads it through 3 defenders to get that to Schultz.
That gets the Thunderbirds lead from 1 point to 6 points here fast in the third quarter, and that is what they want to see. We'll go to a break here for about 30 seconds. Your Thunderbirds up 30 to the Crusaders 24 with 6:56 left in the quarter. Crusaders coming out of the break with the ball. That shot put up by Tanner Meyer, the Crusaders' leading scorer at this point. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is on number 3, Eli Jacobson of the T-Birds. That is the second foul of the game and the first foul of the half on the Thunderbirds. That first free throw is off the front of the rim for Meyer. Meyer gets that second free throw to fall. That's his 15th point of the game. .636 left here in this third quarter. Thunderbirds up by 5 points, 30-25. Drew with that drive. That is Middleton with that lay-in.
Fancy footwork there from Drew Middleton.
Indeed.
I know he's been working on that one all
Looked like he just walked down that lane and dropped the ball in the hoop. That three-point shot off the mark from Austin Souls, who has yet to score a point in this game. Only 2 starters from the Crusaders having scored still here about halfway through the third quarter. Jacobson with that drive, his shot comes short, weakly off the rim. That drive, that is a block by Jake Schultz. That is, I believe, his 3rd block of the game. That one-handed pass by Middleton leads to the open 12'2" from Jacobson, and he knocks that down. That puts the Thunderbirds up by 9 points here with 5.5 left in this third quarter. That's Middleton's 2nd or 3rd assist of the half, I believe. That's good to see him moving the ball like that, especially in transition. We could use some passes like that. They also, the Thunderbirds though, in the transition, get a foul called on them. That is on Luke Bucher. That is his 1st of the game, 2nd of the half on the Thunderbirds. Now we have a full timeout from Coach Bo Harina of the Thunderbirds. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back from that break in the action. The Crusaders will be passing the ball in here from this left baseline. Ball coming in to Jack Wright, who passes it out to Tyler Brown, and that 3 is way off the mark. Now that is Tanner Meyer again from 3. That is his 3rd 3 of the game, 4th point of the half. That gives him 18 points on the evening. Now a fast steal right there by the Crusaders.
I think that's only the T-Birds' 3rd or 4th turnover of the game. Played a pretty solid game so far.
They did, and now that 3 is put up by Jack Wright. That gives him 4 points on the evening. And the Crusaders, just like that, have cut the Thunderbirds' lead to 3 points. Middleton looks for the 3, and he has that smooth drive down the lane, and he lays that in. That is a good shot from him.
Pretty scoop layup there. Love to see it.
He may not have the speed as some of the other players on the team, but he has that just
raw finesse.
He
if you will,
does.
Harrison.
Finesse is really the only word I can think to describe the type of talent that young man possesses. The Thunderbirds coming up with the rebound right there off of that missed 3. That's Schultz for the long 2. That's hard off the back of the iron. Rebound going to Jack Wright. The big man coming down the court looking for something. He can't find anything, but we have a foul called there on the Thunderbirds. Number 23, Luke Bucher. That's the 2nd of the evening and the 3rd on the Thunderbirds of the half. We've got 3 subs coming in for the Thunderbirds. Luke McGinnis, Gunnar Hudson, and Brennan Galloway, giving Matt Romick, Jake Schultz, and Luke Bucher a rest here. We'll see what these subs can do.
There from Schultz. He's done a really good job off the glass. And also, I believe, has 3 blocks, maybe?
He does. I believe he does. He had 2 there at the end of the half, or the end of the first quarter, excuse me, in a span of about 5 seconds. And then he had 1 here at the end of the, or here at the beginning of the third quarter. That is none other than Tanner Meyer going to the line, the leading scorer for the Crusaders. He gets his 19th point of the evening to fall. Has 1 more shot coming here at the line. That ball bounces around and rolls off the front of the rim. That is no good. Tanner Meyer is 2 for 4 on the evening from from the free throw line, and he has 19 points. He is the leading scorer for the Crusaders right now, followed by Tyler Brown with 9 and Jack Wright with 4 points. Still, only 4 Crusaders have scored thus far in this matchup. That's McGinnis with the ball outside. Middleton driving again with a double pump fake, and he doesn't get it. Got his own rebound and puts it back in. That is the type of fight we want to see from the Thunderbirds here this season.
Having an excellent third quarter now with, I believe, 9 points.
That is a three-point shot from the big man, Berkeley Wright of the Crusaders. He does not get that to fall. Middleton now coming fast down the court with the no-look pass to Galloway, and he drops that bucket in. That puts the Thunderbirds up by 8 points with a fast timeout by the Crusaders.
Drew Middleton is putting on an absolute clinic, ladies and gentlemen.
He is. Every time he's touching the ball and running with it, you want to see what he's going to do. We'll be back in a minute for hopefully the conclusion of this here third quarter. The Thunderbirds are up 40 to the Crusaders 32.
Just that.
And we're back here with 2:55 left here in this third quarter. Thunderbirds up 40 to the Crusaders 32. Middleton right now has 9 points here in this third quarter.
11 points for the game.
11 points for the game, yes. That's
maybe 3-4 assists as well.
he's had at least 3 assists here or at least 2 assists here this half. That is Zach Wright with the 2-point basket for the Crusaders. That is his 6th point of the evening. That's Galloway now with the short 2, and he gets that to fall. That's his 4th point of the night. That's good to see him going. I believe he had 4 or 6 points in the last game against McPherson, where the Thunderbirds really struggled to get anything going inside, and that's good to see. Whether or not he gets more playing minutes here the rest of this year, we can see that he can be a developing player that they can turn to in the coming years. Fight for that rebound. The ball goes off the Crusaders. The Thunderbirds will bring the ball down the court. 1:50 left here in the third quarter. Thunderbirds 42, Crusaders 34. Thunderbirds 42, Crusaders 34, yes. That ball is fought for. We have a call of a jump ball. Possession arrow should be to the Crusaders as the Thunderbirds started the half with the ball. Schultz is coming in for Jacobson, and Lomick came in as well for Galloway, who had 4 points there. Those were some solid sub minutes for the Thunderbirds, who still have McGinnis in. And Hudson is in the game as well. Thunderbirds solid inside, but give that shot up outside to Banks Henshaw. And that is just, that shot was way off the mark, but they get that ball back inside again. And that is Tanner Meyer to the line again.
I'd really like to see the T-Birds look to really get Gunnar Hudson going offensively. He was a very key piece of our offense before his ankle injury about a month ago. Probably missed a number of games, and he's still coming back from that injury. And he's been a little bit slow on he hasn't got a lot of minutes. So
Yeah,
hoping to get him incorporated in this game.
he really has not. He's really struggled to get going since coming back from that injury. I mean, and obviously having a guy at 100% really helps, but he's wanted to come back, and his recovery went pretty well. He just, that ball, or a loose ball foul, I believe, called on, or not a loose ball foul, just a foul called on Banks' in shot. That is his first of the game and the second of the Crusaders of the half. But Hudson, he had a big outing the game before his injury, I believe, of 20 points, I think it was. I don't remember which team it was against, but he has not matched that since. Middleton is off the mark a little bit strong on that three-point shot. Ball out of bounds, and then off the Thunderbirds. It'll be Crusaders ball coming the other way. We've got 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Circle up 42 to the Crusaders 36. Thunderbirds really would love to start pulling away here. As they have showed, or at least in their first two games of the season, which are really their only games that were actually a contest late in the game. As we've got a travel on the loose ball there called on Tanner Meyer, the ball will stay with the Thunderbirds. But towards the beginning of the season, they had two games finished with almost identical scores of 56-62 and 57-62. And those were both games where the Thunderbirds led.
Really struggled to close games out.
Yeah. In both of those games, I believe the Thunderbirds led coming into the fourth quarter, and they lost their leads. Now Middleton has the ball. Looks to do a little bit of shake and bake, loses the ball, but he gets it back even though it went off, even after it went off a Crusader out of bounds, apparently.
Crusader fans did not like that call at all.
And now the ref takes back his call and says that it is Thunderbird ball. We've got Jack Wright bringing the ball up the court for the Crusaders. He's driving fast. That is a high floater that he gets to fall there. That's 2 points for Wright there. He's got 7 points this quarter. That's big for them. McGinnis now pops the three. That is high arching and a little bit weak. Does not get that to go. End of the third quarter. Circle High School Thunderbirds 42. Wellington High School Crusaders 38. We'll be back in a minute.
Number 12, Luke McGinnis, the T-Birds, and the Crusaders, number 20, Tanner Meyer. That's Meyer's second, and McGinnis' first foul.
42, Crusaders 38. Crusaders coming in this quarter. Led in scoring by Tanner Meyer, the junior. He has 21 points. Three threes on the game, and three free throws.
Gentlemen.
That three-point shot put up by Jack Wright.
The Crusaders have slowly closed this gap here, and it's down to just 1 point.
That shot put up by Schultz.
Big man basketball right there from Jake Schultz.
That is what we like to see. We'll see if he can turn this into a three-point play here with this free throw. For the Crusaders, Jack Wright has really showed up here in this second half. He has 10 points through the third quarter in the first 45 seconds of this fourth quarter. Thunderbirds with the offensive rebound on that free throw from Bucher, looking to turn this into 2 extra points. Hudson with the spin move and the lay-in. We like to see that type of shot right there from Hudson. It's good to see him hit that short-range shot.
Gunnar Hudson's first points of the night, and like I was saying, they really should try to incorporate him in this half. Or this quarter,
that is Tanner Meyer with the spin move. He almost perfectly replicates Gunner's shot from the previous possession. Those are his. Now they get Hudson with the offensive foul. I believe that will be his second of the game as the ref gets on to Mr. Romick and Mr. Wilhite for attempting to sub in before his approval. The Crusaders have cut the Thunderbird lead here to 3 points. Thunderbirds up 46 to the Crusaders 43. Crusaders are in double bonus, or no, excuse me, they're in the single bonus here in this fourth quarter. So Thunderbirds really have got to be careful with their fouls now. Man, that is Tanner Meyer again. He has 25 points on his outing tonight with 6 minutes still to go here in the fourth quarter. That's Bucher stuck with the ball. Wasn't liking the movement he was seeing. That's Hudson down low now. See if he can make something out of that. That's Schultz with the long jumper. No go, but Hudson with the offensive rebound, and he gets that shot in the lane to fall. And the Crusaders coach is not going to like that.
Excellent way to stick with it there from Hudson.
That's what we like to see, keeping the Thunderbirds lead at 3 points, 48-45, going into this Crusader timeout with 5:55 left here in this game.
Drew Middleton to check into the game. A little bit about Drew Middleton. Drew is a good friend of mine. He's a teammate of mine on the tennis team. I had an opportunity to do a student spotlight about him in our sports broadcasting class. That is on the Circle yearbook page if you want to check it out. But anyway, I talked to him and kind of asked him how his role has changed from last year to this year. And last year he was a very spot player as far as varsity goes. He got limited minutes and just did what he could when he came in. But this year he talked about how he's had to become more of a playmaker and a scorer on the team. And tonight, especially in that third quarter, he showed you that he can do just that. Again, if you would like to check that out, it's on the Circle Yearbook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yes, go check out the Circle Yearbook Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page. Give them a like and a follow. They have some quality content that you can see.
Indeed. Shout out to Mr. Tarletsky and all the people that work so hard to make that page function. T-Birds here lead the Crusaders 48-45 with 5:55 left to play here in this fourth quarter. T-Birds looking to close this one out, even though they've struggled to do that early in the season. So see if they can put their foot on their necks here.
Wow. Tanner Meyer just cannot miss this evening. That's his fourth three of the night.
Just has no answer for the Crusaders outside shooting.
I will see if Bucher can get a good shot up here. He passes that up. That is Schultz with the shot from the corner of the free throw line, and that is no good, hard off the front of the rim. Now the baseball pass down the court. Swung back out for the three-point shot, which is missed hard. Bucher with the rebound. Thunderbirds here just need to be patient, run their offense.
I think they need to look for Drew Middleton.
I would say that. He now has a look at a drive right there, but that is blocked by Tanner Meyer. He has just been everywhere for the Crusaders.
Hudson and Romick check back in here now for Romick and I believe Schultz.
Tanner Meyer really has just carried this Crusader team. He has 30 points now this evening, I believe. Or believe me, 28 points this evening, as that rebound is picked up by Luke Bucher. Middleton now looks to spot up for the three, but he decides against it. Bucher with the drive. I don't even know how he got that ball up there, but it is no good. Comes up a little bit short. That is a solid charge by Berkeley Wright. Gunnar Hudson drawing the foul there. That is a smart defensive play by Hudson, giving these Thunderbirds a free possession there and just stealing one away from the Crusaders.
Hopefully that can really spark this T-Birds offense to kind of make a push here to win this game.
Yes, and this is a lineup that they have in here that is very versatile in the ways that they can score. You have Hudson and Bucher and Middleton who can all drive. Now you have Romick for three, and that is missed. It was a little bit strong. Thunderbirds come out of that possession empty-handed.
You know Romick's going to be upset he missed that. He finally got the open look he's been looking for all game and just couldn't make it.
Yeah, and I believe Romick is either 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 on the evening, which any outing where his shooting percentage from 3 is not great is always disappointing to him. Schultz coming in for Bucher and Mr. Wilhite coming in for Matt Romick. Thunderbirds have a more defensive lineup in at this moment. That ball is to Tanner down low. He looks to put that up, and he misses it. That's something we haven't seen much of this evening. Thunderbirds slowing it down in transition now. Hopefully looking to get something running here. Middleton with the drive. Goes to put the shot up, but that is blocked by Austin Souls.
What a big shot there from Jake Schultz, knocking down a 3 in crunch time. Exactly what the T-Birds need.
That is Schultz's 4th three-point attempt of the entire season.
Crusaders not able to answer there.
Nope, and that is something that you don't really expect to see from a big guy like Schultz. He popped a 3 in the last game against McPherson and knocked it down in the 3rd quarter on Tuesday. And I spoke with him earlier this week, and he said that is a shot that he really is not afraid to take. He just is afraid to miss it and get some backlash
reprimanded by the coaching staff.
Yes, and that's something that no player likes to hear from his coach. As Jacobson goes to the line for 2 free throws, that foul is called on Austin Souls. That is his 1st of the game. The 6th foul on the Crusaders of the half. There, 1 foul for putting the Thunderbirds in the bonus. Jacobson knocks down his 1st free throw, or no, misses it. Looks to put the Thunderbirds up by 2 possessions, and he does there. Thunderbirds 52, Crusaders 48 with 2:48 left here in this 4th quarter. Full timeout by Coach Bo Harina of the Thunderbirds. And we will be back, 30-second timeout, and we will be back in a little bit. Out of this timeout, there is something to say for the Thunderbirds having scoring all across the roster. They have 8 players with points on the board this evening, whereas the Crusaders only have 3 players who have points on the board, and as I say that, Banks Hinshaw knocks in his first 3 points of the game with that baseline 3-pointer. That draws the Crusaders within 1 point with 2:20 left here in this 4th quarter. Thunderbirds really need to pull this one out. They have struggled hard as of late in these games, and they got to be careful here. They can't give up a foul right there because they have put the Crusaders in the bonus. Crusaders looking to take the lead here as Meyer puts up that 3, but it is hard off the rim. That big rebound by Middleton, and they are going to call a foul on Austin Souls. That'll send Middleton, who is a good free throw shooter, to the line for a 1-and-1. If he can knock down these 2 shots, that surely will give the Thunderbirds an edge. And as I was saying, Meyer of the Crusaders has scored over half of their points with 28 points here this evening. Jack Wright has 11 points on this evening as Middleton knocks down that first free throw, and that is a clutch free throw right here. They've got to put a little bit of cushion to their lead, or they've got to at least be looking for that.
Drew Middleton now with 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting tonight. A great showing for the young junior.
As he knocks down that second free throw, Thunderbirds up 54-51. That shot is missed, and it looks like it will stay with the Crusaders. Again, that was Austin Souls putting up a shot. He has not hit it. He has not been shooting well tonight. Middleton has really stepped it up in this second half with 11 of his 13 points coming here in this 3rd and 4th quarter. That is Tanner Meyer driving again. His shot is hard off the backboard, and you know he's got to stop making all of his shots at some point. Will Height now with the ball out here on the right corner. Hudson draws the foul on Meyer. That is big. We'll send him to the line now and see if he can knock those down. That is the 3rd foul on Tanner Meyer. 8th team foul for the Crusaders. Hunter could knock both of these. If Hudson can knock both of these down, it'll put the Thunderbirds up 57-51, and right now they are up 56-51 with 1:32 left here in this 4th quarter.
Gunner now with 5 points.
With all 5 of them. Now 6 as he knocks down that second free throw coming in this 3rd and 4th quarter. That is big, or in this 4th quarter, excuse me. 6 points in this 4th quarter, and that is big. As we hear the student section here at Circle High School get the boing boing pass chant going.
A classic among student sections.
Indeed. That pass almost lost out of bounds by the Crusaders. That ball stolen, knocked out of the hands of Witham by Hudson, and that's then stolen by Middleton. Thunderbirds look to slow it up with the buck with 57 seconds left here in this game. Thunderbirds are up 56-51. Hudson now drives, drops it off to Schultz. We'll see if the foul was called before the shot. It was called before the shot. That foul is now called on Tanner Meyer. That is his 4th of the game, 9th on the Crusaders, with Hudson going to the line, who just knocked down 2. If he can hit both of these shots right here, it will give the Thunderbirds a comfortable lead as he knocks down that first one right there.
Exactly as I said. You see the Thunderbirds have gotten Gunner involved in this offense here in this quarter, and look what's happening.
Hudson's second shot is up and good as he is 4 for 4 from the line in this quarter.
Now 8 huge points here in crunch time here.
Yep, we have got 50 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. Thunderbirds are up 58-51. We'll see what Wellington's strategy is here. Put up high percentage shots or 3-point shots. We've got the drive and dish, but nothing there, but he still pops it. Austin Souls is so far short on that shot. And now Hudson gets fouled, and he will go to the line for another 1-and-1 shot. The 1-and-1, excuse me, that was the 10th team foul on the Crusaders. The Thunderbirds are now in the double bonus. Hudson will shoot 2 now. 30.
I believe it was 12 of 16.
Hudson now 5 for 5 at the line. this free throw shooting in the fourth quarter has been critical for them. Hudson's second shot is good.
Gunner now with 10 points in this fourth quarter.
10 points in this fourth quarter. That's a big quarter, no matter how the rest of your game is gone. I would say the most valuable sub at this point in the game. Ooh. That was a hard foul, and now we look to have a little bit of a skirmish going. I don't know if that was Hudson or Jacobson that's going to get called for the technical right there. We've got a foul on Jacobson here, and then another technical, and then a technical on top of that. That is his third and fourth foul of the game. He does not appreciate that call, as he feels that he was wrong before that. But as we all know, the second foul is always the one that gets called by the refs. Tanner Meyer will shoot 2 free throws. Really, as well, even if he knocks down both these free throws, they should be pretty inconsequential to the outcome of this game. Or at least we would like to think so, as the ref stands over here speaking to the Thunderbirds lineup. Jacobson takes a seat and Booker subs in for him. Yes, as we do have some of these Wellington JV players standing in the way. That first shot knocked down. Second free throw up, and it is hard off the front of the rim. Now I believe Tanner Meyer will shoot 2 more free throws. His first one rattles in. His second one falls through as well. That gives Meyer 31 points on the evening, and he has been shooting pretty well. That kick out on that 3-point shot is missed. Crusaders looking to foul. They get Middleton, which really is not the type of guy you want to foul, but there really is no one on this court that is not a high percentage free throw shooter. Middleton will head to the line for 2 shots, looking to put the Thunderbirds up by 8 points. We've got 13-5 left here in this fourth period. The Thunderbirds are up 60 to the Crusaders 54 as Middleton steps to the line. Middleton's first free throw off the rim, the backboard, and through the hoop. Second one good. I was concerned that call by Mr. Mosier would jinx that, but we've got the big guy bringing the ball down the court. Puts the shot up. It is no good. Too hard off the glass, but he gets the foul call on Micah Wilhite. That is his second of the evening, the 10th one on the T-Birds. That puts the Crusaders in a double bonus as well.
It's looking like the T-Birds and it's a great sight to see it as a T-Bird fan myself. And they've struggled to close out some games. They've been really good for some big performances from Drew Middleton and Gunnar Hudson.
Yes, and as both of those free throws are missed by Berkeley Wright, I'd say a big story has to be that for the Crusaders, they only got 3 players with points on the scoreboard, which is just, I would say, almost unheard of, because usually you'll at least have some players that will get free throws. But Thunderbirds finish this game winning 62-54. It's good to see them close out a game as they've struggled to do most of this season.
This has been another production by the CHS SB Circle High School Sports Broadcasting. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carson Mosier.
I'm Harrison Metzger.
Tuning out. See you next time.